Hey everyone, what is going on and welcome back to today's video. And in today's video we're diving into the top 5 support operators you can bring when you're on the attacking side in Rainbow Six Siege. Now obviously in this video we are going to outline obviously my personal opinion of the top 5 best support players. This is on attack though, because really you can argue that support is a defensive type of side of the defensive operators as well, but I feel like when you say support we're referring to attacking support characters. And yes, so that's who we're going to be going over today. It'll be attackers in the support category, my top 5 personal opinions and 5 of the best support operators in my opinion, for me to pass on that knowledge down to you guys if you are newer to the game. Now quickly before we dive in this video, just make sure to leave a like on this video if you do end up enjoying. If you end up disagreeing with me, let me know down below so we can obviously have a conversation. And if you do agree with me, also let me know so I can commend your good thinking. But also make sure to leave a sub on this channel. 76% of you are not subscribed according to YouTube analytics who watch my videos, so make sure to leave a sub down below. That will really help support the channel and it'll keep you notified with all of my videos. Along with this, I stream over on Twitch as much as possible. I will not be streaming this week. The video goes live because I'll be away, but on a normal schedule, I stream every day, except for Saturdays from 7:15 PM Australia Standard Time. I'd love to see you guys there as well. And with that all said, let's dive into the top 5 best support operators. Coming in at number 5, we're going to have my friendly neighborhood shield man, Montagne. Montagne, in my opinion, is a great support operator to bring. I feel like we definitely need to put a shield operator on this list, and I feel like Montagne is the dominant shield op in my opinion over Blitz in terms of support. In my honest opinion, Blitz kind of focuses more on the fragging side of shield ops. As much as shield ops aren't really made for fragging, I feel like that is Blitz's job, to rush the fuck out of people. And in the support role, I'd say that's where Montagne comes in. So he obviously comes with his extendable shield. It is known as the Lee Rock. I'm not sure what that means in French, you'll have to let me know. But it is his extendable shield, and most of you guys probably know what it is. It's just a shield that covers you up and turns you into a walking wall where no one can really get through. This big brolic motherfucker is made to step in front of people and to block people out of the way, and I feel like this is his main goal, and that is where he comes in the support side. Also being packed with the P9 and the LFP 586, 2 solid pistols, LFP having 78 damage and the P9 having 45 damage. Both of them are great efficient alternatives, obviously the P9 having more bullets and the LFP doing more damage in less bullets, but all around he's still a great support operator and I 100% recommend you bring him, but he is someone you have to take a lot of practice. I'd recommend in casual to learn properly, because obviously if you do not know how to play Montagne, you're probably going to get yelled at, because if you pick Montagne you need to know what you're doing. So it's kind of a waste of a pick unless you do know how you play Montagne, so it does take a lot of hours in casual to get him right, but once you know how to play Montagne, easy dubs from there. Coming in at number 4, we do have Hibana. In my opinion, Hibana is a bit of a different category to the other hard breaches, because her main focus is hatches. I feel like if you are trying to get the hatches, you should bring a Hibana, only hatches specifically. If you're trying to get walls, that's where Ace and Thermite come in handy. Obviously, they can all do each other's roles, but I feel like that's where they're separately assigned to. And I know Hibana does kind of been underlined now that they added this new hard breaching gadget in, but I still feel like she is the go-to hatch destroying operator, and along with this she does have a great loadout to pair up with this also. So speaking of that loadout, she has access to the Type 89 assault rifle, which does 40 damage at 850 rounds per minute. A really solid weapon to bring when you are attacking. Obviously, it only has 20 bullets in its capacity or its magazine, which is a little bit of a downfall compared to other weapons, but it is still a great weapon to use, and it makes up for it with its damage count and minimal recoil. Her other alternative primary is the Supernova, but obviously, if you're attacking, I 100% always recommend you bring an assault rifle SMG, something that shoots consistently, because shotguns on attack just ain't it, in my opinion. She does also have access to the Bearing 9, which has 33 damage on 1100 rounds per minute fire rate. Always bring the Bearing 9. She also has access to the P229, but always bring the Bearing 9. It is the best alternative, and if you are playing one of the few operators with that rare pick of the machine pistol secondary, you should always bring it. And all this together, pairing up with her X-Kairos gadget, which in my opinion, as I said, should be primarily used for hatches, makes her number 4 on this list, and she is my go-to support operator for hatch destruction. Coming in at number 3, in my opinion, we do have Nomad. Now, Nomad is kind of like the varying operator out of this list where she can have fragging purposes, but I still believe her primary objective is to play support. Obviously, having her air jabs, this thing is absolutely insane with post-plant gameplay and also with anti-flank, anti-run-out gameplay. This thing is really helpful for just basically watching all angles for you. It's basically, if you place them in the right positions, it's basically like having 3 claymores watching your back, but except for them, if you're playing somewhat close to your Nomads, it's basically an easy kill, and if you're not playing close to them, it makes a loud ass noise which gives away where they are, which gives you a new sign of intel in terms of flanks and runouts. Along with this ability, she has access to the AK-74M primary weapon assault rifle, which does 44 damage on 650 rounds per minute. It does have a high damage count and a slower rounds per minute fire rate compared to other weapons, but it does have also 40 bullets in its capacity, which is great in my opinion, and this is my go-to weapon on Nomad. But Nomad's one of those situations where either weapon of her primaries can suffice, and it just depends on your personal preference really, but in my opinion, it's the AK-74M. Her alternative, obviously, though, is the ARX-200, which, when you think about it, is superior in basically every way. It has 47 damage and 700 rounds per minute fire rate, which is an increase of both over the AK-74M. But where it slacks is it has 20 bullets in its capacity, which, again, is really low. You're going to run out of that incredibly quickly if you get yourself into any gunfights that actually last a little bit over a second. So that's why, in my opinion, I prefer the AK-74M, and no matter how much damage either of the weapons do, you're always going to hit 1-bullet headshots. So seems how I believe personally that I have crosshair placement pretty solid. I'd say you have to have it at a reasonable level to be in plat. I don't really mind which weapon, and I will always take the one with more ammo because I also like to potato a lot. Alternatively, with this, she does have access to the secondary weapon of the 44 mag semi-auto, which is a scoped pistol with 54 damage a shot on a trigger finger fire rate, and she has the PRB 92, which does 42 damage a shot on a trigger finger fire rate. So, in all honesty, if you're not bringing the 44 mag, you're an absolute psycho because it does more damage and it has a scope, which the PRB has neither of. So, I'd 100% recommend you bring the 44 mag with Nomad, and your primary is really just up to you. And quickly touching up on it again, pairing this up with her air jab, obviously, where it is just the best support ability to play basically any type of anti-flank, anti-push. And anti-push can come really handy when the bomb is planted, when you're on the attacking side, when you are outside and you don't want to get run out on, when you are just sitting somewhere and you don't want to get flanked. If you guys are holding, say, a security room on border, you don't want someone storming in there, just chuck a Nomad on the top of the door. That's not getting touched unless they run into it. So it's just a really great support role, and it can really help you win gunfights and rounds because obviously they're going to get Nomaded to heaven and they're never going to be able to do anything about it. So that's why I think she deserves number 3. Coming in at number 2, in my opinion, we do have Thatcher. Thatcher is the go-to support operator to pair up with the Hard Breacher. This is where he comes so in handy, and he is the sole, him and Twitch are the only 2 people that can go after gadgets in a remote device. Him obviously having the EMP, Twitch having the shock drone. And Zero can do that as well, but Zero is still kind of new and he only has 1 tase. Both of these obviously have alternatives. Thatcher is the go-to for anti-electronics, and this is why I believe he deserves number 2. Anti-electronics is very essential in Siege, and this is where Thatcher comes so in handy. Him having access to these EMP grenades is just absolutely goated, and there's just no other way I really need to explain it. He's just an absolute crackhead, and you 100% should bring Thatcher basically anytime you need to get rid of any gadgets. He is the superior in doing this role. In terms of his weapons, he has access to the L85A2, which is a assault rifle that comes in at 47 damage on 670 rounds per minute, which is it's actually a really good weapon, and I 100% recommend this. But he does also have access to the AR-33, which does 41 damage on 749 rounds per minute fire rate. So when you look at it, the fire rate decreases on the L8, but the damage goes up. Damage goes down on the AR-33, fire rate goes up. So it really just depends on what you prefer. Either of these weapons are absolutely insane, and it's really just up to you guys which one you want to use. His other primary is the M590A1 shotgun, which comes in at 48 damage on it is a little bit of a pump, so it doesn't have it's not a semi-automatic, but it is still a great shotgun. In my opinion, this is one of the best shotguns in the game, but as I said before, you should always bring assault rifle or SMGs on attack, so bring the AR-33 or the L8 depending on your personal preference. Obviously, he only has access to 1 pistol, which is the P226 Mark 25, so there's not really much recommendations I can give there. 50 damage on a trigger finger fire rate. It is a great weapon to use. And then obviously, just to recap, he does have the EMP grenade. The EMP grenade is a great gadget to bring. It just completely counters electronics, and this is just what makes him such a great support operator. And just to clear this out, all of these operators, I believe, you should 100% be playing support roles with. You should not be fragging with them, so don't frag with them. And finally, coming in at number 1, I do have kind of a cross between Thermite and Ace. These are the two number 1 support operators in my opinion. Both of them bring hard breaching capabilities that just don't get met anywhere else. Thermite was the hands down top support operator for a very long time, but when then Ace came in, and Ace basically just adds a whole new level of hard breaching. He has 3 of his hard breaches, obviously, that get him through the wall, and Thermite has 2. Ace can throw them at range, which kind of gives him a little bit of a superiority over Thermite, but I still believe both of them are very powerful in their own right, and both of them just deserve the top spot as the top support operators because they are the go-to hard breaches. Thermite coming through with the 556 XI, 47 damage, 690 fire rate. This weapon is an absolute beast. And then his other primary is the M1014 shotgun. This is a semi-automatic shotgun that can shoot very fast on 34 damage, so obviously it doesn't do as much damage as the pump actions, but this thing will still one-tap you at very close range because it is a shotgun, and it will mow through you, and that's not what you want to find yourself on the other end of. He does have access to the M45 Moosok and the 5.7 USG. The go-to option obviously is the Moosok. It has more damage, but it does only have 7 bullets in its capacity, whereas the 5.7 USG has 20, so it just depends on your personal preferences there. In terms of Ace though, he does have access to the AK-12, 45 damage on 850 rounds per minute, and he has the exact same shotgun as his secondary primary. As I said, always bring the assault rifles, 5.56 on Thermite, AK-12 on Ace. He has the P9 as a secondary, that is his only secondary, and obviously both of their gadgets just bring hard breaching capabilities that you don't get anywhere else. I've already said that, I know, but it is just 100% the right way to put it, and hard breaching is the number 1 thing you need in basically any Rainbow Six Siege lobby, which puts them both at the top of the support role list in my opinion. And with that said, that's going to be enough talking from me for today. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's going to be my top 5 support operators. If you did agree or disagree, let me know down below. And if you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below as well. Drop a sub as well for the 76% of you who aren't subscribed. I'd appreciate you all becoming part of the V-Extinction Army. And also come check out my Twitch links in the description. I'll be back to streaming there as soon as I'm home. And I'm going to be on the grind a lot more over there because I want to be able to stream as much as possible for you guys. So with that said, it's enough talking from me. I hope you guys did find this video helpful and enjoyable. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.